Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the New River Network's coverage of Oak Hill High School football. Coming to you live tonight from John P. Duda Stadium. The Oak Hill Red Devils getting set to take on the Ripley Vikings in what should be a pretty good contest. We're at game number 5 of the year. We're halfway through the season. This marks the halfway point, and pretty unbelievable that we're already there. Oak Hill comes into the contest tonight 2-2 on the season. Ripley comes in at 1-3. The only common opponent that they've had is Lincoln County, and that was Oak Hill's opponent last week. Oak Hill went down to Lincoln County and went into Hamlin and handed the Lincoln County Panthers a 47-16 defeat. Ripley also defeated Lincoln County 20-14 in their last outing before, actually 2 weeks ago. Before coming up here to Oak Hill, they played Marietta, Ohio, and lost that game 14-0. So Oak Hill, Ripley comes in at 1-3 on the season. I'm Greg Christ. I'll be doing this alone tonight, so bear with me as I filter my way through everything. Ripley won the toss, and they deferred to the second half, so they will kick it off to Oak Hill to get this contest underway, and we come on the air right at the right time because we are set to go as the kickoff is coming up here in just a second. We're waiting on the signal from the officials, and we get that now. Ty Stevens to kick off for Ripley. Short kick down to about the 30. It bounces, rolls to the 22. Picked up there by Oak Hill's, like Malachi Lewis maybe. I can get a number here real quick. Actually, that is a number 12, and I'll have to search the roster for number 12.
Number 12,
Malachi Lewis. Okay, he's not number 11 on the roster. He is, but he is number 12. Anyway, he is stopped by Pritt at the 29-yard line. So Oak Hill starts off at the 29. First possession of the game. Looks like J.D. Moritz is going to carry it the first time for Oak Hill, and he gets a nice gain off the left side. Now we got a little extracurricular activity. Finally brought him down. Took him forever to get him down. But Moritz going to pick up about, it's like 7, maybe 8 on that play. Close to 9. He's up at about the 38, so it'll be second down and 1. We'll give him 9 on that. So nice run by Moritz to start this contest off. Alex Colasino, the quarterback, underneath center. Wing T formation for Oak Hill. They said Lewis in motion, left to right. He gets the jet sweep. He's got room around the right side. Finally, he's dragged out of bounds there. Stevens, but not before he gets the first down and much more up to the Ripley 47-yard line.
First and 10 Oak Hill. At the Vikings 47.
So pickup, we'll give Lewis 14 on that one. So 2 plays from scrimmage, and Oak Hill moving rapidly downfield. Back in that wing T formation, wide receiver split to the right. Colasino straight ahead handoff to Omar Lewis. Lewis bounces around a little bit. He gets ahead for maybe a yard before he's dragged down there by a host of Ripley tacklers. And from what I understand, their best tackler, Colin Moore, in on the stop. Pick up a 1, second down and 9 for Oak Hill. This time receiver split wide left. Looks like Braylon Thomas out there. And before the ball is snapped, looks like we're going to get an encroachment on the Ripley defensive line coming across just a little too soon. Well, don't really know if it was a little too soon or not because they never snapped the ball, but that's Frankie Winter, 6'3", 242-pound senior who encroached. So that's a 5-yard penalty. Moves the ball up to the Ripley 41, and it'll be second down now and about 4 from the Ripley 41. Colasino under center again. Thomas split to the right this time. And they're going to fake it and throw it deep. It got Ethan Vargo Thomas open in the deep side of the left field. And deep side of left field, it's like a baseball call. Thomas hauls it in. So nice pass from Colasino that time. That's going to be about a 14-yard pickup.
Complete to number 21, Ethan Vargo Thomas. Takes the ball.
Nice job by Colasino with that play fake. You run the ball successfully like they did the first couple of times. That play fake really draws those linebackers and defensive backs up, gives your receivers time to get open. Alex Baxter on the carry this time, and he gets ahead for a couple. Forward progress was stopped, so officials blow it dead. He gets up to about the 24 before he's shoved backwards there, so we'll give him 2 yards on that carry. Second down now and about 8 for Oak Hill. 9:35 left in this first quarter. Oak Hill putting together a nice drive here. And Colasino gives the inside handoff to Moritz. He gives it back to Ethan Vargo Thomas, breaks the tackle, and gets all the way down to the 4-yard line. Looks like he's going to be on about the 3, so that's a 21-yard pickup for Ethan Vargo Thomas on his first carry of the night. Little inside. I guess back in the old days we called that a cross buck, but they hand it to Moritz going one way. He gets it back on the inside, reverse handoff, coming back inside to Thomas, and he picks up 21 on the carry. And again, Ripley is going to jump all sides. Another encroachment penalty. That'll be half a distance to the goal.
Encroachment against Ripley.
And this time,
half the distance.
Colin Moore jumps offside. So that takes it halfway to the goal, and it gets it down. It looks like about the 1.5, 2 yard line. Where Oak Hill was over there for first and goal. Colasino under center. Going to give the handoff to Moritz. He bounces to the outside and easily goes into the end zone for the touchdown. So a nice opening drive by the Oak Hill Red Devils. Took about 3 minutes. Point after attempt now by Ethan Vargo Thomas. Left footer will kick it from about the 10. Snaps back and good. Kick is up way, way, way back. Plenty of distance, and it's good. So the Oak Hill Red Devils take the ball 71 yards in 6 plays, a little less than 3 minutes. Good way to start the ball game for Oak Hill, and they lead it 7-0.
Number 4 for you guys.
I'm thinking it's probably this kid right here. Is Moritz wearing 4? Yeah. JD, call him JD, Moritz. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so the Red Devils with a nice drive to start this game off. That's the way you want to start it. 79 yards. Actually 71 yards, I believe it was. And Moritz caps it off with a 1.5, 2 yard touchdown run. Nice mix of pass and run that time by the Red Devils. So a good way to get this contest started for Oak Hill.
Number 3,
Chris Jenkins. And looks like Virgil Myers back deep for Oak Hill, or rather Ripley. Ethan Vargo Thomas set to kick it off for Oak Hill. Thomas's kick is going to squib it, and looks like it's going to trickle down to the end zone. So one way or the other, he gets it in the end zone, usually boots it in there in the air. That time it went to the sideline, squirted right down the sideline and all the way to the end zone. So that's an automatic touchback. So Ripley will come out and they will start on their own 25-yard line.
First and 10 Ripley, the ball at their own 20-yard line.
I'm sorry, the 20-yard line. Watched the NFL game last night, you can probably tell. All right, Ty Stevens, quarterback for the Vikings. They send their only back in motion, toss it across the middle. Looks like tight end. Going to be hauled in there by Hunter Brown. And he's going to pick up about 5.5.
Hunter Brown brought down by number 12, Malachi Lewis. Takes the ball out to the Vikings 26-yard line.
So Brown with that reception. And he's going to pick up just about 6 yards on that pass play. So second down now and 4. Oak Hill bringing everybody up close to the line, and they hand the ball off. And there's going to be Hunter Brown again with the carry. And he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. He gets it up to the 29.
Brown, the ball carrier, tackled by number 21, Ethan Vargo Thomas, and number 8, Jeremiah Jackson.
So we'll give him 3 on that one. Brings up third down and a yard for the Ripley Vikings. Third down, about a yard and a half, maybe 2. Shotgun. Stevens drops back, throws it to Brown over in the flat. He's open, up over the 35. Finally rolled out of bounds at the 37. So Brown with the got a 9-yard reception there, and that is more than enough for a first down. So first down Vikings at their own 37. Stevens back up the line this time under center. A high formation. He's going to pitch it back to Gandy. He's a small cat, but he gets it up across the 40. Mason Gandy. Check that. Aiden D'Amico. I'm sorry, D'Amico. Or D'Amico. I'll get a correct pronunciation here in just a minute. And he's going to pick up about 5 on his first carry. Brings up second down. 5 to go on the 42-yard line. It's a nice run that time by D'Amico. Said not a big guy, but pretty quick and pretty elusive. Listed on the roster at 5'6", 637 pounds.
Official timeout.
Malachi Lewis comes off the announcers from Ripley. Said it looked like he pulled a cell phone out of his sock. I believe it was a knee pad. And we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And here goes Brown around the right end. Nice tackle out there by Omar Lewis. As Brown maybe gets a yard on that carry. So good job by Omar Lewis on that stop. And we'll give him a yard. That brings up 3rd and 4 now for the Vikings. And if you're the Red Devils, you got to be looking for this little pass across the flat. Somebody needs to find Hunter Brown. He's been their go-to guy on these third down situations. Stevens in the shotgun this time. Got 2 receivers split wide, 2 in the slot, 1 man behind him. Fakes it to the man behind him, throws it across the middle, and big hit that time by Ethan Vargo Thomas as the intended receiver, Parker Boyd, come across the middle. The pass was high. Stevens left him out to dry there just a little bit, and Boyd took a shot to the ribs from Ethan Vargo Thomas. So we have an injury on the field and a timeout as we attend to this injury. We'll take a timeout here. You're watching Oak Hill High School football on the New River Network. Oak Hill leads it 7-0. We'll be back after these messages. Welcome back to the New River Network's coverage of Oak Hill High School football. We're in still an injury timeout. Injured player down on the field after that third down pass incompletion. Hard hit by Ethan Vargo Thomas. Left Parker Boyd injured on the field. They're still checking on him. We have 6:31 to go here in the first quarter of play. Oak Hill took the opening kickoff, and they drive it 71 yards in 6 plays. And J.D. Moritz takes it in over the left side for the Oak Hill touchdown. Really, Moritz had a hole there, but he bounced it outside. There was a hole out there as well, and easily takes it into the end zone. Moritz, the second leading rusher on the team. He averages 5 yards a carry. He's had a couple of 3 TDs on the season. That was his third. Of course, Ethan Vargo Thomas, these guys are close together. You can tell how Oak Hill kind of spreads the wealth offensively. Ethan Vargo Thomas, 172 yards on the season. 7.2 yard average with a couple of TDs. J.D. Moritz, 171 yards on the season. 5 yard average, 2 TDs. Alex Baxter, 119 yards on the season with a 4.8 yard average, 1 TD. So they spread the ball around a good bit. Omar Lewis in there taking carries as well. And so they have this wing T offense. A lot of people talk about it being a little old fashioned, but it is effective when it's run properly. And right now, Oak Hill's running it properly, and they look good on that first drive as they come down the field. 71 yards in 6 plays. Now, this was Ripley had a pretty good drive of their own going here. They were 6 plays into this drive and had covered about 22, 23 yards so far, but that was a 3rd down and 4 there on this pass play to Boyd. And he took a pretty good shot to the ribs, and he's still down on the field, and they're bringing the stretcher out. Hopefully he'll be okay. He's moving around. I've seen his legs and hands moving. He just took a shot to the ribs. It was a clean shot, but a pretty good shot nonetheless. Ripley Vikings come in at 1-3 on the year down there in Jackson County, home of Happy Joe Parsons, dear friend of mine. Know a lot of people down in Jackson County, if they hear this broadcast, they will recognize the name Happy Joe Parsons. And as I go through these rosters, it's kind of funny. I see a lot of names, and I don't know if they're any kin or not, but a lot of names of familiar names that I attended school with, the Gandys, Great Houses, all kinds of names here, Parsons, and a lot of names here that I remember from my college days. I don't know if it's family or not. So 6:31 left here in this first quarter. Oak Hill leads it 7-0. And again, we have an injury timeout. And they're taking, obviously, some precautionary measures with Parker Boyd as they attempt to get him loaded onto the stretcher here. And again, he's moving his legs good. I see they keep moving his legs, straightening him out as he rises a little bit. It looks like probably a rib injury. I know he reached up high for the ball. The ball was thrown high. He reached up high for the ball and took a shot to the ribs. And that looks like where he's hurting. Staff from both sides out trying to assist. All right, so they get Parker Boyd loaded up on the stretcher. Parents are down with him. And I'm sure they'll need to go get him an x-ray here real quick. They can shoot right over to Plateau Memorial Hospital, Plateau Medical Center. We'll just say PMC. How about that? Get him checked on, give the other players a little chance here to get loosened up. And what we should have coming up is a Ripley punt. And I do see Boyd has his arms up and over his head. Looks like he's moving around pretty good as they take him off. So, situation now, and again, we'll probably be looking at a punt from the Ripley Vikings, as that was a 3rd down and 4. Incomplete pass, makes it 4th and 4. Both teams given a minute or two here to get warm back up, and then we'll get the action going again. 6:31 left in the first quarter. Oak Hill leads at 7-0. Nice opening drive, capped off by a 2-yard run by J.D. Moritz. Extra point by Ethan Vargo Thomas.
When play resumes, Ripley will have the ball 4th down and 4.
And that's what got us where we're at. So 4th down now. And 4 for Ripley. Let's see what they're going to do. Looks like they're coming out maybe to go for it, and they are. Stevens in the pistol formation, drops straight back, looks to throw across the middle. He throws it. The ball is deflected and knocked down by the Oak Hill defenders, and that is going to be a turnover on downs.
Broken up by number 29, Aaron Hicklebottom.
And Oak Hill will take over with excellent field position here on their second drive of the night. So they'll be starting from the Ripley 43-yard line. Colasino under center. Lewis in motion, a jet sweep it to him around the right end. Gets a block out there from Ethan Vargo Thomas. Gets it up over the 35 to about the 34 before he's brought down. So he gets a nice 9-yard pickup. By Malachi Lewis. We'll give him 9 on that. 2nd down and 1 for the Red Devils. Virgil Myers with the stop for Ripley. Colasino under center again. Thomas split wide to the left. Here's Ethan Vargo Thomas in motion right to left. They pitch it to him around the left end, and it looks like Oak Hill is going to try to pick those at the ends and get that thing outside. So that's a 10-yard pickup for Ethan Vargo Thomas, and Colin Moore brings him down. That'll be a 1st down for the Red Devils. And looks like we got another injured player on that play as well. And I'm not sure if that's Ethan Vargo Thomas. I believe it was. Ran around the end with it that time. And he picked up a nice gainer before he was stopped by Connor Moore. So we have another injury timeout on the field. So let's take a timeout up here in the booth. Greg Christ bringing you all the action from the New River Network. We'll be back after these messages.
First and 10 Oak Hill.
Welcome back.
Ripley, 24-yard line.
Ethan Vargo Thomas shaking up, but he comes off on his own power. It'll be first and 10 for the Red Devils on the Ripley 24-yard line. Colasino, straight handoff. Looks like that is Alex Baxter with the carry. And he's going to get ahead for a couple.
Number 3, Alex Baxter, ball carrier.
Brings up second down now and 8 for the Red Devils. 5:10 to go here in this first quarter. Red Devils lead it 7-0.
Second down and 8.
Braylon Thomas split wide to the right, wing T formation. Motion man Omar Lewis, they give it to him on the sweep around the right end. He's got room down to the 10, and he's driven out of bounds inside the 10, right at the 10. So nice pickup there by Lewis. He'll pick up about 14 on that down to the 10-yard line. And that is probably going to be first and goal from right there. I don't believe they can get a first down. The ball's resting right on the line, so I know they're setting up the chains, but now the official tells them to move the chains off. You can't be on that line or it's a touchdown if you go 10 yards. So about as far out as you can get for a first and goal. That's okay. Oak Hill will take it. Colasino under center. Gives it to Moritz around the left side. Got a hole down to the 5 before he's finally brought down
By number 50.
at that 5-yard line. So Moritz will give him 5 on that. Brings up second down now and goal for the Red Devils.
Down and goal from the 6.
Clock continues to roll. We're down to 4:15 here in the first quarter. Second down and goal just outside the 5-yard line for the Red Devils. Colasino under center. Same play to Moritz, but he hands it off back to the inside to Ethan Vargo Thomas. Had a big hole up the middle and for some reason decided to try to pop it to the outside, and he ends up losing yardage on that back to about the 7 or 8 yard line, and I think he's back on the 8, so we'll take him back 3. And really and truly, when he had the ball, as soon as he got the ball, the hole was big up the middle. All he had to do was cut it up, it looked like, and he didn't see that. He bounced to the outside and got snowed under. Brings up third and goal now. Braylon Thomas split wide to the right. Ethan Vargo Thomas in motion to the right. They pitch it to him around the right end. Avoids the first tackler, but can't avoid the next tackler, and he's going to be stopped after about a half-yard gain to the 8-yard line. And that brings up fourth down now and goal from the 8. So we'll see what Oak Hill decides to do. Ethan Vargo Thomas plenty capable to kick it from there.
There's a flag on the play.
But we do have a flag on the play, so that's going to move Oak Hill back. It's probably going to be a hold or a block in the back. Haven't gotten a signal yet from the official. Ripley accepts the penalty. So rather than fourth and goal from the 10, it'll be third and goal from the 20. And again, we didn't get a signal on that, but we're assuming that it was a hold or a block in the back as they ran the sweep around the end. So in that pistol formation now. And he got a man open out there. Vargo Thomas breaks the first tackle, and he skirts into the end zone. Took the pass, looked like from Alex Baxter. And Ethan Vargo Thomas takes it at 20 yards.
20-yard touchdown pass.
For the TD. So that worked out pretty good for Oak Hill. Alex Baxter took that handoff, and or rather took the snap and gets it out to Ethan Vargo Thomas in that left-hand side flat over there. Vargo Thomas coming out of the backfield and able to catch it, avoided a tackle, and got it into the end zone. So Oak Hill ups that lead 13-0. Now Thomas will attempt the extra point. High snap and unable to get the kickoff. So here's Colasino with it and nowhere to go, as that time the snap was high. And Ethan Vargo Thomas lost his steps there. So the kick is no good. So that is that, 13-0. Oak Hill takes the lead with 2:38 to go here in the first quarter on an Alex Baxter to Ethan Vargo Thomas touchdown pass of 20 yards. And again, Oak Hill with a 13-0 lead. Let's get us a quick break in here. You're listening to and watching Oak Hill High School football on the New River Network. Stay with us. We'll return after these messages. All right, welcome back. The Oak Hill Red Devils take a 13-0 lead with 2:38 to go here in the first quarter. Ethan Vargo Thomas set to kick it off for the Red Devils. Back deep for Ripley is Chris Jenkins and Virgil Myers, and the kick again down the left-hand sideline, and no unusual for Ethan Vargo Thomas. He kicks it out of bounds, and he's a little disgust with himself. Again, that kickoff goes out of bounds, so Ripley will have the option to take it where it went out, and we'll say it went out on the 30, actually 35, I think, if it's a penalty.
Ripley's ball, first and 10 at their own, 35 yards.
So their second drive starts at the 35 with 2:38 left in the first quarter. Stevens underneath center with the quick pitch back to D'Amico.
Number 20, Aiden D'Amico, the ball carrier.
And D'Amico, I'm going to get his pronunciation on his name. I don't know if it's D'Amico or D'Amico, but no matter what the pronunciation is, he gained 2 yards on the play. Gets it up to the 37. Second down and 8. This time Oak Hill bringing everybody up to the line, and they'll stop that run right off the bat. That was a handoff to Hunter Brown, and he probably lost the yardage that D'Amico gained.
Number 8, Hunter Brown, the ball carrier.
So the ball now resting on the 35-yard line. Third down now and 9 to go.
Bring up third down.
About 9.5, actually.
The ball at their own 36 for the Vikings.
Stevens takes the shotgun snap, rolls to his right, throws it out in the flat to Virgil Myers. He connects up over the 50. Down to the Oak Hill 48-yard line. So a 17-yard pickup.
Knocked out of bounds. There by number 9.
By Virgil Myers.
Also there number 12, Malachi Lewis.
And from what we understand from the Viking press people is that Virgil Myers is a do-all athlete, and they're pretty smooth on that. Caught the pass, moved it on down to the 48-yard line. So new set of downs for the Vikings. First and 10, I formation. They give it to the I back. And I think that's Hunter Brown again. See when he gets up. Yep, it is indeed Hunter Brown. And Going to give him
Number 8, Hunter Brown.
maybe a half a yard on that. Brings up second down now and 9 as the clock winds down under a minute to go. Down to 50 seconds. This will probably be the last play of the quarter unless there's a pass incompletion or a penalty. And Stevens back to pass and throws it out in the flat to Brown. Brown can't bring it in. It's a little bit high. Incomplete pass, and that does stop the clock with 42 seconds. So I said, incomplete pass or a penalty. So we will have another play. So we'll see. And looks like a passing situation for Ripley again. Third down and 9. And if you're Ripley right here, you may want to try, probably don't have to get it all in one play. You're probably in 2-down territory here, so why not? Get you 4 or 5 here. Makes it a little easier next time out. Hunter Brown out in the flat. That seems to be the strategy. Breaks one tackle, gets up to the 45, so he's going to pick up a couple. So that'll bring up fourth down now and about 7 for the Vikings, and they'll probably let that play clock run down now. 25 seconds left in the first quarter, ball on the 45-yard line. And they seem to be hustling out maybe to punt the ball away, and that is going to be what they're going to do. And I think they're probably going to just let this clock run out. There's no sense in get time to go over and regroup and get themselves together before they come out for this punt, and they may change their minds during the break. So 10 seconds left here in the first quarter, and for whatever reason, the clock just stopped. And I'm not sure why. The play clock went all the way down to 0, or rather now the play clock is on 0, so not sure what happened there with the clock situation, but here we go. We got the end of the first quarter, so we'll call it that. Your score, 13-0. Oak Hill leads it over the Ripley Vikings here at John P. Duty Stadium. You're watching Oak Hill High School football on the New River Network. Greg Christ bringing you all the action. Sitting up here with Coach Frank Spangler, enjoying the evening. A nice evening for football. So let's get us a break in. We'll come back, get second quarter action underway here in just a moment. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be back. All right, welcome back. All set to go, and just as suspected, Ripley runs the offense back out on the field. Stevens in the shotgun, takes a snap, pressure comes, he steps up, now he drops it out into the flat, and he has a man out there, looks like Ethan Kay, and I believe he's got enough for the first down as he gets it up over the 40 to the 38. So he needed 7, looks like he got 9.
At the Oak Hill 38.
So Kay able to get up for the first down. Keeps Ripley's drive alive. And they have it 1st and 10 on the Oak Hill 38-yard line. Again, Oak Hill bringing bunches of people up to that line of scrimmage and pretty much daring Ripley to throw the ball. Give it to Hunter Brown over the left side. And he is stopped there. Actually, it must have been Kay. No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
No gain. 72.
All right, here come the Vikings. Stevens in the pistol formation. Got Brown behind him. Brown goes in motion out to his left in the flat. Steven drops it across underneath. A little underneath route there.
Short pass complete.
To Myers. But he has not, I don't think, gained anything on that. So
Third down and 10.
brings up 3rd and 10. All right, Ripley has 3 men split wide to the right this time. Brown in the backfield. Stevens rears up and gets ready to throw it. I think he just dropped the football. Brown picks it up back there, but man, that's going to be all the way back inside the 50. So that takes it back to the Ripley 49. And that was, I'm not sure what happened there.
Back to Ripley's 49-yard line, number 8, Jeremiah Jackson, making the stop. The Vikings in punt formation.
That was a loss. About 20-yard loss, and it's going to call for a punt. Nice punt by the Ripley Vikings. Now it's picked up by Ethan Vargo Thomas after everybody kind of went to sleep. He's got room over the right-hand side, and he's going to be all the way back. He breaks the tackle at the 40 and gets over the 41 before Ripley finally catches up to him. So he picked that thing up at about the 8-yard line. Brings it all the way back to the 40. I think everybody just kind of went to sleep a little bit there. And Ethan Vargo Thomas picks it up, and away he goes. So nice job by Thomas on that punt return and kind of caught him off guard. So Oak Hill again with decent field position. They'll start on their own 40. Again, Ethan Vargo Thomas, I think, kind of caught the Vikings napping just a little bit right there. 9:13 to go in the half, and they give it a handoff straight ahead to J.D. Moritz. He's dancing all over the place, and he gets ahead for 12 up to the Ripley 49. So we'll give him, up to the 48. So he picks up 12.
First down, Red Devils. Takes the ball into Vikings territory, their 48.
So Moritz with the nice 12-yard pickup. Been the workhorse tonight. It gives Oak Hill a first down now. And 10. Baxter takes the direct snap back as he stepped into the quarterback spot, and he takes the handoff or the direct snap and goes straight ahead with it up to the 45. Give him about 3 on that play.
The keeper takes it to the Ripley 45.
Brings up second down now and 7. For the Red Devils, 8:30 to go in the first half of play. Oak Hill leads at 13-0. It's that wing T formation. Colasino's back in there now under center. Pitches the wide sweep to Ethan Vargo Thomas up over the 40 to about the 39 before he's popped out of bounds there.
Knocked out of bounds by number 20.
We'll give him a pickup of about 6 on that one.
Hayden D'Amico.
Bring up third down now and about, looks like maybe a yard. No, wait a minute. They're going to give him a first down on that. I'm not sure how that evolved, but we'll have to take a look at that. I'm not sure.
Official timeout.
I'm not sure we was. The first down was started at the 48-yard line, so it should be the 38 for a first down. And for some reason, the official went ahead and moved the change on that first down. They're going to have to bring it back because they were 2 yards short of a first down there. And again, I'm not sure why the official waved that on, but the first play was from the Oak Hill 40. Moritz picked up 12 yards on that up to the Ripley 48. So it was 1st and 10 from the 48, which means you got to get to the 38 for your first down. Third down, about 1.5 yards now for Oak Hill. Send Lewis in motion. They fake the pitch to him, give it to Malachi Lewis, his brother, to the right side, and Malachi up to the 32-yard line. That's plenty for the first down as he picks up 6 on that play.
1st and 10 Oak Hill, the ball at the Ripley 33-yard line.
So it gives Oak Hill now it's the first down. Ball on the Ripley 33. 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Ethan Vargo Thomas in motion from left to right, and he gives straight ahead handoff to Omar Lewis. Big hole over the right side, and he gets up close to the 25 to about the 26. So that's a nice gain there on first down for the Red Devils. We'll give him
number 50, Colin Moore, also
like about 7 on that play.
Again, Bradley Anderson.
That was just a straight off tackle play.
Among others, there on the stop.
For Omar Lewis, nice pickup. Second down, 3 yards to go for Oak Hill.
Number 4, J.D. Moritz, the ball carrier.
Moritz this time over the left side, and I believe he's going to have enough for another first down. He picked up just about 3 on that, which is just about what he needed.
Takes the ball to the Vikings 23.
The ball resting now on the Ripley 23-yard line. Another nice drive being put together here by the Red Devils.
First down for the Red Devils.
This will be the 7th play of this drive. Colasino takes the snap, gives it to Moritz again over the left-hand side, and he's dancing around looking for room, and they had a little bit of a hole there, but it closes down quick, and he gets it down to the 20. We'll give him a pickup of 3. Brings up second down now and 7.
There, also number 18, Ethan Kay. Takes the ball to the Ripley 19-yard line. Second down and 7.
So the ball resting on the Ripley 19. Second down, 7 to go. Clock winds on down to 6:30. Here's Lewis in motion to his right. He takes the handoff, spins, and he gets drilled from the backside. And he's going to be dropped just inside the 15 to about the 14. So he picks up 6 on that play.
Takes the ball just inside the 15.
So Kill looking at another 3rd and short, about 1 yard to go for this first down. The good thing for Oak Hill is they continue to run this clock, keeping the ball on the ground inside of 6 minutes. Colasino under center. Sends Ethan Vargo Thomas in motion, pitches it back to him, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down. It's about to the 14. It's going to be close here to a first down. Not sure if he made it or not. He needed 1.5 yards. Looks like he got about 1 yard to the 14, I think, and he's got to get to the that's a 13.5. So about 1 yard, maybe half a yard on this 4th down for Oak Hill. I'm sure they're going to go for it. Looks like Coach Moneypenny may want to take a timeout and let the clock run on down, the play clock. It's down to 12, and he'll take a timeout here and get his 4th down play figured out. So, play clock runs down to 0. He takes the timeout. With 4:50 to go here in the first half of play, the Oak Hill Red Devils lead at 13-0. They're threatening again. We'll have this 4th down play coming up after this break from the New River Network. Stay with us. We'll return after these messages. All right, here we go. 4th down and a yard. Oak Hill up to the line. Cosino in the actually it's Baxter, and he hands it straight ahead to J.D. Moritz, and Moritz has plenty for the first down. As he ends up picking up about 4 on that play. And that's going to be a first down for the Red Devils as the ball again on the 10-yard line. So they'll have first and goal again from the 10. This is the second time they've had first and goal from as far out as you can get it. Colasino in the pistol formation. He's got Baxter beside him. He is looking to throw it this time, and he drops it out into the flat. And it's hauled in out there to Braylon Thomas, and Thomas gets it all the way down to the 1. So good first and goal play by the Red Devils, and I think that might have caught Ripley off guard just a little bit. So second and goal now from the 2 as a pickup of 8 on that play. So the Red Devils threatening again. Second down, a goal from the 2. Ethan Vargo Thomas in motion, but we got a penalty on the Red Devils as we had a jump from an interior lineman. So marching back 5 yards, ball will be back to the 7 now, so it'll be second and goal from the 7. Pretty penalty-free game so far really tonight. That's only, I think, the second penalty we've had. All right, same formation, same motion. And they give it to Omar Lewis over the right-hand side. He plows forward inside the 5 down to about the 3. So brings up third down now and goal. Getting the ball on the 3-yard line.
Number 66, Jacob Torres, at the bottom of that pile.
All right, third down and goal now for the Red Devils. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Colasino under center sends Ethan Vargo Thomas in motion left to right. They give it to Omar Lewis over the right side, pushing forward and into the end zone for the touchdown. So Omar Lewis pushes it 3 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. So nice drive put together at time by the Red Devils. Ate up 6 minutes off the clock.
Number 21, Ethan Vargo Thomas to attempt the point after.
And Ethan Vargo Thomas in now for the PAT. This time the snap's good and a little bit low, but they get it down and the kick is up and it is good. And with 3 minutes to go here in the first half, the Oak Hill Red Devils stretched their lead 20-0 after a nice drive that time. Took it 60 yards in 12 plays, capped off by a 3-yard TD run by Omar Lewis. So, 3 minutes left in the first half of play. The Red Devils extend that lead to 20-0. So offensively, the Red Devils been pretty smooth tonight and pretty effective. Been able to run and throw it. They haven't thrown it a lot, but when they've needed to, they've been able to get some nice pass plays off as well. I think they've thrown 3 tonight, and all 3 have been completions for nice pickups. 1 a touchdown. So Oak Hill's offense is functioning very well right now. All right, Ethan Vargo Thomas will kick it off for the Red Devils. Back deep. Virgil Myers. And looks like Chris Jenkins back there with him.
Number 3, Chris Jenkins, and number 14,
We'll see what
Michael Myers. Back deep for the Vikings.
Ethan Vargo Thomas does on his kick. He's
21, Ethan Vargo Thomas to kick off.
struggled with this kickoff just a little bit. Not sure what he's trying to do here on these. Coach Spangler saying just tell him to kick it. That's all you got to do is kick it. Ripley's team has creeped up now to about the backs are about 15-yard line. Thomas very easily can kick it over their heads. And this time he does boom it away and kicks it over their heads into the end zone for the touchback.
Into the end zone, touchback. Ripley will have the football first.
Of course, that's what
their own 20.
Coach Spangler's been calling for. Just kick it in the end zone. And that's what he did. All right, Ripley will start on their own 20. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Ripley actually has moved the ball pretty well tonight. They've just shot themselves in the foot a couple of times, made some mistakes, got way behind the chains, and then couldn't do nothing with it. So they have moved it some on offense, but not able to sustain anything. And here's the outside handoff to D'Amico. And he picks up about 5 on that carry.
Number 9, Braylon Thomas.
Aiden D'Amico picks up 5. Second down, 5 to go.
Gain of 5, second down and 5 for the Vikings.
For the Vikings. Ball on their own 25. Clock down to 2:30 now. Ripley don't seem to be in any hurry. They don't want to give it back to Oak Hill with much time. They'll probably play it close to the vest here unless they get a big play, and then they may open it up some. Stevens under center. Takes the snap. Picks it to D'Amico around the left side. Got a little bit of room out there. Squirts ahead. I believe he's going to get a first down as he gets it up over the 30 to about the 31. So he picks up 6 on that play. First down for the Vikings.
Takes the ball out over the 30.
Actually gets it up to the 28. I mean, the 32, I'm sorry.
That's good for a first down for the Vikings.
We're to give him 7 on that carry. First and 10 for Ripley. Stevens in the pistol. They'll throw it out into the flat. He's got a man out there, and he connects with Chris Jenkins out to about the 38.
Stopped immediately by number 21, Ethan Vargo Thomas.
There's going to be a pickup of about 6 on that to the 38. Second down, 4 to go. 1:28 to go in the first half. Jenkins in the pistol formation this time. Straight back, flag down on the play. Pass is complete, but we'll wait and get a call on this, see what the penalty is. Flag come down as soon as the ball was snapped. We either got somebody in the neutral zone or somebody jumping. And they didn't blow it dead, so I'm going to guess it's somebody in the neutral zone. Let's see what we got here. Looks like it is going to be a false start on Ripley. And that'll move it back 5 yards. That negates that completion and puts the ball back to the 33-yard line, where it'll be second down now and 9 for the Vikings. Same formation. Stevens drops back, now steps forward, get away from the pressure, flush to the right side. Going deep with it, he's got a man open, but the pass is overthrown. Flag comes in late, and I believe they're going to call a holding penalty back here on the defense. So Stevens with a nice throw that time. Had Chris Jenkins step or two behind the defensive back, and we got a holding penalty called on Oak Hill. So that'll give Ripley a first down as they step off the 10-yard penalty. Braylon Thomas gets flagged for the holding penalty. Looked like maybe as Jenkins sprinted by him, he may have reached out. Wasn't much blatant, but I guess he did reach out and get a hand on him. So penalty flag is thrown. All right, 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Ball on the 43-yard line, their own 43. Stevens, pistol formation, setting up a screen pass over to the left. There's a blocker out there, but the running back, or rather Hunter Brown, caught it and ran right into the man being blocked, and had a chance to cut it inside, it looked like, but couldn't quite get it done. But that is a 1st down completion for Stevens, and it goes ahead for a couple. Actually, one to Brown, and that was a pretty nice defensive play as well. Officials are asking for 103 on the clock as Brown was knocked out of bounds on that play. So they reset the clock to 103. 2nd down now and 9 for the Vikings.
2nd down and 9 for the Vikings.
3 receivers wide to the right. Stevens drops back. Pressure comes again. Steps up. Throws it deep down the middle. Got a man, Myers, right through his hands. Incomplete. So a nice pass that time from Stevens and went right through Virgil Myers' hands down about the 17-yard line. Could have been a huge play for the Vikings that time. And I think from what we're seeing right here, we're liable to see a little bit of this pass action in the second half. 3rd down now and 9 to go for Ripley. Receiver split to each side, 2 slot backs. Again, pressure comes immediately. Stevens steps up. This time the pass is intercepted. Ethan Vargo Thomas with it, and he's still fighting and still pushing forward, and he gets a ton of push and gets it all the way down inside the 30. Late flag comes in. It's going to be an illegal blindside block on Oak Hill. So that's going to march it back a little bit, but Ethan Vargo Thomas with the INT. And he takes it all the way back to the Ripley 27-yard line. But again, it's going to be stepped off a penalty here toward the end of the play. We had a block come in from the blind side. So that's unnecessary roughness, illegal blindside hit there. So Ripley's drive is stopped with the Ethan Vargo Thomas interception.
Penalty against Oak Hill.
So we're going to step off 15 against Oak Hill. And that takes the ball back to the Ripley 43. So illegal blindside block come in there late on the play. The Powell was pushing forward. The block come in from the backside, and it was kind of caught him not looking and really laid it to him. I'm not sure who it was, but I did see it. So Oak Hill takes it over on the 42. Colasino takes a snap, rolls to his right. Looking for a man deep. He's got him, but he was across the line of scrimmage, and flags come in even though the pass was complete to Malachi Lewis, and he'll score. But that will come back as Colasino was across the line of scrimmage when he let it go. He was 2 or 3 yards over the line. Yep, illegal forward pass. So that play will be negated. Another penalty. All right, so that's going to be a illegal forward pass on Oak Hill, 5-yard penalty. Colasino threw a nice pass there to Malachi Lewis, who took it the rest of the way. But he was about 2 or 3 yards across the line. We could see it here pretty close because we're about on the line of scrimmage. We could clearly see that he stepped over. 24 seconds to go in the first half. Oak Hill, the 20-0 lead right now. See what they decide to do. Get a big play. They may take a timeout. Try something else. Colasino this time rolling to his left. Stops and fires it out into the flat. Hauled in there. Ooh, and a hard shot. And that's going to be a penalty on Ripley for unnecessary roughness there. Shot to the head. Malachi Lewis caught the pass.
Number 12, Malachi Lewis.
Ty Stevens had him from the back, and looks like Chris Jenkins came in and
there is a flag on the
lowered the boom on him, and that's a tough shot on Lewis. So we'll see what the step-off is. It's going to be a big one, I'm thinking 15 yards.
Looks like the penalties against the Vikings.
That marches all the way down to the 15-yard line, so Oak Hill looking to get in the end zone again. 15 seconds left after that unnecessary roughness penalty. Colasino in that pistol formation again, rolls to his right. Got a man, throws it out into the flat, and it's just off the hands of Ethan Vargo Thomas, incomplete.
For number 21, Ethan Vargo Thomas, incomplete.
So that brings up second down now. About 15 from the 15 rather. And we'll see what Oak Hill decides to do. Probably going to run one more play. There's 9 seconds left in the half. And of course you got Ethan Vargo Thomas, who's more than capable of kicking it from there. We'll see what Coach Moneypenny decides to do. There's 15 seconds left on the play clock. Colasino back to the huddle now. Clock rolls down to 8. I don't know if they're going to get this play off or not. 5 seconds on the play clock. 2. And they get it snap off just in time. But Coach Moneypenny calls a timeout right before the ball is snapped. So the clock did start there, so they'll have to put the 2 seconds back on the clock. Should be 9 seconds. 9 seconds on the clock. It shouldn't have started as they snapped the ball, but the timeout was called right before the ball was snapped. So we've got 9 seconds to go here in the first half. Oak Hill has it on the 15. Score is 20-0. Oak Hill with the lead, and score right here would be devastating for the Vikings. I don't think anybody has noticed that the play clock ran off 2 seconds there. Coach is having a discussion with the officials, but I don't know if he's noticed it either. So they'll leave it at 7 seconds. The last play never got off, and a couple seconds run off, but nobody noticed, so it doesn't matter. Ethan Vargo Thomas wide open in the end zone, so it doesn't make any difference as Alex Colasino connects to Ethan Vargo Thomas for the 15-yard TD. So big play there for Oak Hill, and that's crushing for the Ripley Vikings right there. Ethan Vargo Thomas in to kick the extra point. Kick is up, and kick is good. So the Oak Hill Red Devils go 42 yards in 40 seconds. Actually 38 seconds. And it ends with a 15-yard TD pass to Ethan Vargo Thomas. And that makes the score Oak Hill 27, Ripley 0. Oak Hill will get set to kick it off with 2 seconds to go here in the first half of play. All right, Red Devils making their way out on the field, getting set to kick it away. Myers and Jenkins deep for Ripley. Ethan Vargo Thomas will get set to kick it off.
Number 21, Ethan Vargo Thomas, to kick off for Oak Hill.
All right, here comes Ethan Vargo Thomas. Squibs are on the ground, and it'll be picked up there by a Viking. I don't have a number. And he's going to be stopped, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. That was Mason Gandy on the carry. And that'll do it for the first half here from John P. Duda Stadium. The Oak Hill Red Devils lead it 27-0 over the Ripley Vikings. And we're going to send it down to the sideline to Mr. Lucas Berry for this halftime report. Then we'll be back to get ready to give you all the second half action here in just a moment. So, Lucas, take it away.
I know what you say.
This will do me for the night. I'll be more plumb out.
Okay.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Ripley High School Marching Band.
Yeah.
Under the direction of Randall Miller and Hillary Groves. Ripley High School Marching Band. And now, welcome to the field, Red Hill High, the Oak Hill High School Marching Red Devils, led by Director Travis Myers. The Oak Hill High School Marching Red Devils would like to thank the following for their various sponsorships to the band this year: Tom's Hot Dogs and Carryout, Kobe Asian Fusion, Davis Automotive, Morris Greenhouse, Fayette County National Bank, the Law Office of Sam Petzom, Cafe 110, Oak Hill and Fayetteville McDonald's, Pettit Plumbing and Heating, Raleigh General Hospital, Domino's Pizza, Walmart, Jane Care, Matt Harvey Tools, El Bandito, Brett Eckley DDS, Highland Industrial, and Mountain Vending. Field Commander Ethan Smith, is your band ready?
Welcome back to the New River Network's coverage of Oak Hill High School football. The Oak Hill Red Devils leading it at halftime 27-0 over the Ripley Vikings. I'm Greg Chris bringing you all the action, and right now I am joined by Fayette County Superintendent Mr. Gary Hogue has stepped into the booth here with us. Appreciate you stopping by, Mr. Hogue.
Hey, it's a great game. It's a great night out here. I like these cool fall temperatures, and I tell you what, the Red Devils are on the march tonight. It's a really exciting game.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And this is football weather. This is what we've been looking forward to. And but anyway, we got you up here. We wanted to talk a little bit about some specific things, especially our levy that's coming up here in Fayette County. And we just wanted to give you the floor to talk about that a little bit and tell us what's going on and what we're hoping for.
Well, we're really hoping for public support. The levies existed for over 50 years. I've been here 43 years, and it's been an important part of the school system. I know, Greg, you understand that.
Yep.
Being a part of the school system, Darren is a former board member, understand what it provides. And we've added some additional features this time. You know, it's not going to raise people's taxes.
Right.
It's a continuation levy. It's not a new levy. But we were able to expand that levy, and what we're able to do this time was we really looked at safety and security. That's a major issue for us. Safety and security of our school system. You know, we find ourselves a few years ago back where our actual facilities were in bad shape. Through work with the SBA and our own budgets and working with our budgets, we were able to fix a lot of our facilities, but we want to enhance that safety and security with pro officers, additional pro officers. We put in new weapons detection systems, evolved technology we have in our schools, and we want to continue that and make that an important part of our system as we move forward. Continuation of our free universal feeding. Remember, there are students that qualify for free or reduced lunch, but there are many students who do not qualify.
Right.
And we want to be able to feed everyone. When they come into school, we want to make sure they have a good hot meal and good hot breakfast every day. You know, and then features like our bus support that we have, our bus support for all of our extracurricular activities. Our boosters don't have to pay for those buses. And if we don't have that levy, that's an important thing that we would struggle with. Of course, our academic needs in that levy are really important, the materials they have for classrooms. And then we were able to add another component this time to levy. You know, Fayette County has been able to fix most of their physical structures of their buildings. We've been able to add some auxiliary gyms and some other things that we hadn't had in the past. But the area that we still struggle with and we know we have to move forward on is our outdoor extracurricular facilities and to make these universal. We're sitting here on a football field now. Right. Love for this field to be turf so it could be used for soccer and all the band events and football at the same time. And we think in that levy we have the capabilities to do that even with our baseball and softball fields in the future. And it's not a building levy, but it gives the ability to do some creative things. And then I tell you what, we live in a world where it's hard to attract people into our profession anymore. I'm thrilled to death to have been in the profession for as many years as I have been, but we got to have ways to attract people. Without those salary supplements and things that we find, we can't attract the people. Right. And we want a good quality education for our children, and that's really what it's about.
Yeah, and I think most people, you know, history has proven that in Fayette County that people realize the importance of it. I don't know if they know everything that it does, but I think there's enough folks that understand how important it is for the kids. You know, I know there's salary supplements and things like that in there, but what it does for the students is you can't hardly account for that. And I think people realize that it's about taking care of our kids, and that's what we need to do. And I think most people realize that, again, just because history's proven that we've passed this levy forever. So we just encourage people to get out there and vote for it again because it does so many good things for our system.
Yeah, we're up here at FIT's right up on the hill here, and I tell you what, had some really world-renowned programs, really nationally been recognized for lots of competitions. We're able to send our kids and be able to compete at a national level because of that levy. Right. And without that levy, we couldn't do that.
Right. And, you know, you talked about the, unfortunately, the safety and that sort of thing that we have to look at. You know, just looking at our world right now, unfortunately, that's something that's very important, and that needs to get taken care of as well. And anybody that has kids in school or is a part of the community understand the importance of that. And like I said, it's unfortunate that we have to worry about that, but it is something that we have to recognize and take care of. So it's good that is included. You also mentioned the thing, and I know a lot of people will support it for this reason. You know, a lot of people. Again, I don't know how good a thing this is, but they see the sports as probably being number one priority in a lot of cases. So they want to see these fields get the AstroTurf and that sort of thing, because it's just it's a new world now, and everybody around us has it. It's just something that we need to get done. So I hope people will get out and really support us.
We hope they support us on November the 8th. It's really important, and it's really important to the future of Fayette County.
I think so. Yep.
We're a growing area right now here in Fayette County. We
Yep.
see that opportunity with the national park and some other things. We see the traffic levels.
Yep.
We want to continue to attract and build and build and build. That's our role.
Yep, we've all heard the old saying, if you build it, they will come. And we've got good stuff here now. We just got to keep making it better. Keep making it better, and I think people will come. So anyway, we encourage everybody to get out and support that, and do it for the kids. And like I said, I was in the system for a long time. I know how important it is. I know what it does, and I think most people that do get out and vote understand how important it is to us. So we hope that everybody will get out and support that levy. Mr. Hogue, appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Greg.
You're
for having me
welcome.
on.
You're welcome to stay and call the rest of the game
Well,
with me.
that's probably not my expertise.
You know, it's funny. All the time I get people saying, man, I'd like to do that. Anytime you need some help, let me know. I get in a situation where I don't have any help. I can't get anybody to show up, or they'll get camera shy.
Usually Jason's here with you. I know
Jason
that.
usually does that. Yeah. He had a birthday party tonight, so he couldn't make it. But we're going to make it. I appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks,
all right.
Greg.
Good, important information there from the superintendent of Fayette County Schools about the excess levy that's coming up. And again, like Mr. Hogue said, it is a continuous levy. It's not going to add to any taxes or anything like that. The supplements in it take care of a number of different things for our schools, for our facilities, our teachers, et cetera, and it's just an important thing, so we hope everybody will get out and support it. All right, we are getting set to kick off this second half of play, and teams are on the field, lined up. Our score clock finally gets set, and it is good to go. Ethan Vargo Thomas set to kick it off for Oak Hill. Myers and Jenkins back deep for the Vikings. Jenkins going to take it in at about the 3. Gets his footing under him, up over the 10, 15, and he's going to be dropped as he crosses the 15 and gets up to about maybe the 17-yard line.
Number 3, Chris Jenkins. On the return.
Ripley will start with it there.
They got back in their lanes and we got it blocked.
First and 10 Vikings, the ball at their own 17-yard line.
All right, Ripley set to go here. Ball at the 17. Second half action underway. And looks like they try a little draw play there. Jenkins, or rather Stevens. And I'm not sure who carried it that time, but it was for no gain. Don't know if that was Brown.
Number 56, Adam Long, with the stop.
No gain on that one. Second down and 10. This time they give the pitch back to D'Amico. Around the end, and he's able to get up to close to the 20. D'Amico, I'm going to get it right eventually. So brings up third down now and about, we'll call it a long 7. Ball resting right on the 20-yard line.
20-yard line. Third down and 7.
Need to get up to the 27. Stevens up under the center. Motion man Myers. He's going to take the jet sweep around the left-hand side. He's going to be corralled and brought down there by Alex Baxter. Gets it up to about the 22, so it's going to be fourth down now. Looks like about 5 to go for the Vikings. We'll see what they do deep in their own territory. Probably going to punt it away here. And it does look like the punt team is out on the field.
Short gain on the play. Fourth down and 5.
Fourth down and 5. And Stevens kicks it away down to the Oak Hill 42-yard line, looks like,
Down by the Vikings.
where it is down there.
It will be Oak Hill football.
And Oak Hill will start their drive there from the 42.
They will spot it at the 43, first and 10 Oak Hill.
So Oak Hill will have it. First and 10 on the 42-yard line, their own 42. Colasino under center. Sends Lewis in motion around the right side, and we figured we'll see him going around these ends a little bit. Malachi gets it up over the 45 to about the 47.
By number 50, Colin Moore.
So we'll give him about 3 on that one.
Takes the ball out to the Oak Hill 46, second down and 7.
Second down, 7 to go as Malachi Lewis picks up 3 on that first play. And this time they get J.D. Moritz around the left side, and he has a big hole up the middle. And there goes Moritz, and he is going to make it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Devils. 54 yards, but we got a flag down, and we got a holding penalty against the Red Devils, so that negates the 54-yard gallop by J.D. Moritz. And the officials negate that one with a holding penalty. Again, very few penalties tonight. But been big ones, and
ball back to the Oak Hill 35.
Not sure who that call was on, but that penalty ends up being huge. About a 65-yard penalty after it's all figured up, and the ball goes back to the Oak Hill 35-yard line, where they'll go at it. Second down and 18. Colasino fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, drops it out in the flat to Ethan Vargo Thomas. He hauls it in. Nope, they call it incomplete. He must have stepped out of bounds. So it brings up third and 18.
Intended for Ethan Vargo Thomas. Ruled out of bounds. Third down and 17.
Brings up third down now and 18 to go. For the Red Devils. Colasino this time gives a handoff, same play to Moritz around this, see if he can get the same result. This time not so lucky. He picks up about 8 on the play. That's the same play they ran on a 54-yard touchdown, but this time they only pick up 8. Brings up fourth down now. Actually, give him 9.
On the stop, also number 50, Colin Moore. Fourth down and 9. At the Oak Hill.
So that brings up fourth and 9. He picks up 9 on the play. And Ethan Vargo Thomas
number 21, Ethan Vargo
set
Thomas,
to punt it away.
Punt formation.
Jenkins and Myers back deep. Thomas. Left footer punt is blocked. And they have picked it up, and they're going to score a touchdown on that play. And let's see who it was. Picking it up is Hunter Brown, and he hauls it into the end zone after the block. And it looked like Chris Jenkins might have been the one to block the punt.
Picked up by number Hunter Brown, who takes it into the end zone for the Vikings.
So big play for the Vikings, a block punt, 42-yard return for the touchdown. Ripley hanging in there now. 27-6 is our score. So it just seemed it took a long time to get that punt away. And Jenkins able to get in there and get it blocked, and Hunter Brown comes out of nowhere, scoops it up, and takes it to the house. Stevens in the pistol formation, rolls to his right, looks for the receiver in the end zone, and it is hauled in by Virgil Myers, and that is good. The 2-point conversion try, good. And that makes your score 27-8. Big play for the Ripley Vikings to get them back in this ball game. You're watching Oak Hill High School football on the New River Network. Take a quick break. We'll be back after these messages. Stay with us. All right, set to go. Ripley Vikings getting set to kick it off after the 42-yard block punt return. Stevens kicks it off short, picked up by Lewis at the 25, and he's going to get back to the 30, and he snowed under right there.
Return for the Red Devils by number 12, Malachi Lewis.
So the Red Devils on their heels just a little bit here, starting off on the 30-yard line, their own 30. 7:43 left in the third quarter. Oak Hill leads it 27-8. Kind of shows how big that touchdown right before half was for the Red Devils. All right, here's Colasino. Gives it over to Moritz over at left-hand side. Strung out this time by the Vikings, Colin Moore. And he's going to drop Moritz for a short loss. So it's going to bring up second down and about 11.
Loss on the play of 1, second down, 11.
For Oak Hill, so the tide turning here just a little bit. The Vikings got a little momentum going now after that block punt. Second down and 11. For the Red Devils, Braylon Thomas split wide to the right. Colasino takes the snap. They give the misdirection handoff to Ethan Vargo Thomas, and that's a nice gainer up the middle. And he's going to get plenty for the first down. Still driving, gets it up over the 45 to the 48-yard line. So that's a 19-yard gain by Ethan Vargo Thomas.
Number 55 with the initial hit.
And that was a big play there for the Red Devils. They needed that. Came out to the 48. Gives them a new set of downs. They're kind of reeling just a little bit, and the momentum seemed to have shifted some, but that play right there takes a little wind out of the sails of the Vikings. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Hand off to Moritz over the left-hand side. He's got room over on that left-hand side again, up to the 40. So he is going to pick up a nice gain of about 12, maybe 13 on that handoff. And that's been a money play right there for the Red Devils. Just a straight power play over to the left-hand side.
First down, Red Devils.
And Moritz getting big yardage over there.
39.
So new set of downs for the Red Devils at the Ripley 39. Straight ahead handoff to Omar Lewis. And he bounces around, gets it up to about the 35. So that's going to be a 4-yard pickup for Omar Lewis. Brings up a second down now and 6.
Second down and 6.
For the Red Devils. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Second down now, 6 from the Ripley 35. Motion man Ethan Vargo Thomas. They give a straight ahead handoff to Omar Lewis, and he busts ahead to the 31. And we got flags flying everywhere now as a little bit of jawing going on after the play was over. So we'll see what the officials sort out. So it's going to be unsportsmanlike on Oak Hill, unsportsmanlike on Ripley. So those penalties are going to offset dead ball penalties, so the play will count. Ball moves up to the 31. So it's a pickup of 5, maybe 4 for Lewis on that play. And that'll bring up a third down now, about a yard.
Takes it just outside the 30.
For Oak Hill. So it'll be a third and about a yard to go. And looks like Dave Moneypenny going to take a timeout, talk to his troops a little bit here and say, listen, don't anybody getting ejected here in this game. We got it under control. You don't want to do anything silly. Let's just keep our mouths shut and play football. And I'm sure that's what Coach Moneypenny's telling his team. Let's just keep our heads. Let's play ball and not get anybody in any trouble, because you get ejected and you're setting for a game or two. 5:39 left in the third quarter of play. Oak Hill leads at 27-8. And again, Oak Hill with another nice sustained drive going here. And they've had a few of those tonight where they've been able to eat up a lot of clock and get points at the end. And able to keep Ripley's offense off the field. And to illustrate that point, Ripley's only had 4 offensive possessions, and that's not very many. 3 in the first half, 1 so far in this half. Third and a yard now for the Red Devils. They send Ethan Vargo Thomas in motion. They fake the pitch to him, give the inside handoff to Malachi Lewis. He's got enough for the first down up to the 25. So he'll pick up 6 there. Only needed 1. Gives Oak Hill another new set of downs. So they'll have a 1st and 10 from the Ripley 25.
First down, Oak Hill at the Ripley 25-yard line.
Colosino under center. Wing T formation. Straight ahead handoff to Alex Baxter. He hits up in the hole and then bounces outside. And he'll be snowed under over on the left-hand side as he gets up to about the 21. So he picks up 4.
Leading that stop, that was Noah Casto for the Vikings.
Brings up 2nd down now and 6 for Oak Hill. More importantly, the clock continues to run. We're under 5 minutes to go here in the third. Again, Oak Hill sustaining these long drives, able to eat up a ton of clock. And so far have scored on most of these possessions. 4 of them. Cosino rolls to his right, looks to throw, drops out in the flat. He's got a man out there, and it is Ethan Vargo Thomas, and he breaks the tackle and fights his way into the end zone for the touchdown, 21 yards. Ethan Vargo Thomas did a lot of that on his own. He caught the pass out in the flat and broke a tackle and takes it into the end zone for the touchdown for Oak Hill.
And he will attempt the point after.
And now Vargo Thomas will
number 2, Alex.
try for the point after. Snap a little low, but gets it down, and this time he misses the extra point. Snap was low, kind of threw the timing off just a little bit. But the Oak Hill Red Devils are able to eat up 3 or 4 minutes off that clock. There's 4:23 left to go here in the third quarter. The Oak Hill Red Devils now lead at 33-8 after the 21-yard touchdown pass to Ethan Vargo Thomas. We'll get set for the kickoff now here. Again, third quarter, 33-8. Oak Hill leads it.
Fayette County Bank, serving Fayette County since 1900. For full service banking
Oak Hill been very efficient offensively, able to drive the ball down
and Anstead, FDIC insured.
and get points after eating up a lot of clock. And again, limiting the possessions for Ripley. All right, Ethan Vargo Thomas set to kick off.
Ethan Vargo Thomas to kick off for Oak Hill.
Virgil Myers and Chris Jenkins deep
Number 14,
for the Vikings.
Virgil Myers, and number 3, Chris Jenkins back deep for the Vikings.
And here's Vargo Thomas's kick. Goes over the head of Jenkins at end of the end zone.
Ball goes into the end zone for a touchback.
So the Vikings will start this drive on the 20. And the Vikings need to get something going here quick, and they need to score quick. As the time is against them right now. And another score by Oak Hill. Extend that lead to 35, then the clock starts running even faster. Here's Stevens with the snap. He hands it off to Brown. Actually, that was
Number 18,
Ethan Kay with the carry.
the ball carrier.
And Kay picks up about a yard on the play.
Game 1.
Brings up second down now and 9 for the Vikings. Send Myers in motion. They give the pitch to him on a sweep around the end, looking for some room, but he's not going to find it out there as the Oak Hill corners did a good job, or the defensive ends, in keeping that thing from getting out and around the edge.
Number 8, Jeremiah Jackson.
And Jeremiah Jackson, the team's leading tackler, on the tackle with Ethan Thomas.
Loss on the play back to the 19.
A good job by
Down 11.
Jeremiah coming from that linebacker spot. Loss of a yard and a half. Here's Stevens back to throw, looking for Jenkins out in the flat. Gets him, but going to be a little short of the first down. He gets it out to about the 24.
Pass complete to number 3, Chris Jenkins.
Pickup of about 5, but needed 11. So that's going to bring up a fourth down.
That'll make it fourth down and about 6. The ball at the Ripley 24-yard line.
So a punt will be coming from Stevens. And over in kick, hauled in at the 45 by Ethan Vargo Thomas. Tries to reverse his field, but they got his jersey and they bring him down
Thomas with the return.
On the 49.
Number 3, Chris Jenkins. Also there on the coverage, number 73, Xander Stolniker.
So Oak Hill will take over possession of the football now, and they are on the midfield stripe right at the 50-yard line. And again, another one of those long drives. You could put an end to this game, as there's 2:16 left in the third quarter. Colasino under center. Sends Ethan Vargo Thomas in motion. They're going to pitch it to him around the left end, trying to get the corner, and he makes it, but runs out of real estate over on the left-hand side, out of bounds, and they're going to spot him at the 50. No gain there. Actually, he moves up now. Going to give him maybe a half a yard.
Short gain on the play.
Brings up second down, and don't see, there it is, second down and 9. So we'll give him a yard on that one. More importantly, the clock continues to roll. He went out of bounds, so it didn't stop, but it will continue to run here and get under 2 minutes after this play. And again, Ripley running short of time here. This time they're going to give the Jet sweep handoff to Malachi Lewis up over the 50, 45, the 40. He's outside of the 30, cuts it back inside and brought down at the 20. So Malachi Lewis picks up 30 on that play. All right, big gainer by Malachi Lewis. All the way down to the Ripley 20-yard line after the 30-yard gain by Lewis. Calcino under center now. Motion man Omar Lewis, and they give it straight ahead to Alex Baxter, and he plows forward for a big gain all the way down to the 5, so he'll pick up 15 on that straight handoff. Actually, they now mark it back to about the 7.
First and goal.
So we'll give him 13 on that instead of 15. And they give it back to this time over the left-hand side. He bounces outside, and into the end zone he goes for the touchdown. So a 7-yard touchdown run by Alex Baxter. With 1:11 to go.
Coach, yeah, let's let him.
Ethan Vargo Thomas in now to try for the extra point.
Ethan Vargo Thomas for 10 point after.
Coach Naylor pancake kicker.
Vargo Thomas's kick is up plenty long enough, and it is good. All right, so with 1:11 left in the third quarter of play, the Oak Hill Red Devils take the lead now, 40-8. So we will not quite yet have that running clock, but we're getting there. 1:11 to go. Let's take a quick break here on the New River Network. You're watching Oak Hill High School football. Stay with us. We'll return in just a second. All right, welcome back to New River Network's coverage of Oak Hill High School football. Greg Christ bringing you all the action. My boy Jason Blankenship out of action tonight. Had a little birthday party he had to attend to. So I miss him up here for sure because he keeps me straight on a lot of different things. Virgil Myers takes the kick at the 15, fumbles it up to the 20, but now picks it up, and here he goes around the left-hand side, up the sideline, across the 50 to the 40, and finally run us out of bounds at the Oak Hill 44. So nice return by Virgil Myers that time. Had a little trouble getting a hold of it. Once he got a hold of it, the show was on.
In Oak Hill territory.
So they will start this drive at Oak Hill's 44-yard line after a 41-yard return by Virgil Myers. First down 10 for Ripley. Stevens under center this time and gives it straight ahead. And I have to get a number on that runner. I'm not sure who it was.
Number 8, Hunter Brown.
Looks like Hunter Brown with the carry. And he stopped for a short gain.
Are they going up there Monday night and play?
Picks the ball down to the 40.
Picks up maybe 2 on the play. Brings up second down now and 8. Excuse me. Comes Steven up under center again, I formation for the Vikings. Give it straight ahead to Brown again. This time he slips as he tries to cut it outside. Going to fall forward for about a yard, and that's going to do it for the third quarter as the clock winds down under 5 seconds. So, end of the third quarter, your score, Oak Hill 40, Ripley 8. You're watching Oak Hill High School football on the New River Network. Take us a quick break, and we'll return after these messages. Hope you'll stay with us. We'll be back. Welcome back to the New River Network's coverage of Oak Hill High School football. 12 minutes left in this contest. Red Devils in control 40-8. And they have the football. Officials trying to figure out where to put it, and they finally spot it on the Oak Hill 41. Second down. 7 to go. Here's Hunter Brown trying to get around the outside and not able to quite get there. Nice play out there. Looking for a number. Looks like 17, James Green. And James Green, of course, the courtside with Coach Chris, Gino's Pizza Athlete of the Week a couple weeks ago with 16 tackles. You see why there as Green run down Hunter Brown.
That'll take the ball to the Oak Hill 41.
Stopped him.
4th down and 7.
Really for just a small gain, if any at all. Brings up 4th down and 7. Obviously, Ripley going to go for it. 3 receivers out to the right-hand side. Stevens rolls that way, fires the pass in. Got a nice-looking pass. There's a nice ball. Intended for Virgil Myers, but falls incomplete.
Incomplete.
So that'll do it for this drive. And the result is a turnover on downs.
Take over on downs. 1st and 10, the ball at their own.
So they will have the ball at the 41-yard line. I'm sure we're going to start seeing some substitutions rolling into the game. At this point, see a lot of the Oak Hill starters over on the sidelines. Omar Lewis, J.D. Moritz, Braylon Thomas, Alex Baxter, Alex Colasino. And on this carry, I'm going to have to get my roster out now. See some numbers here I'm not used to seeing. And
number 14, Z. Lewis, the ball carrier.
I heard it was Lewis.
Number 3, Chris Jenkins on the stop.
But I don't know. I'll have to find out who 14 is.
Flags on the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against no teams.
So they had another unsportsmanlike penalty on both squads, and that is negates the play or negates the penalties. Penalties are still there, but the result of the play stands. A 2-yard loss.
2nd and 12. Number 17, James Green.
James Green runs it to the right. He gets brought down, but he's still alive, and here he goes. Up over the 50 to the Ripley 49, brought down by Jenkins.
Chris Jenkins.
So nice run that time by Green.
That's good for an Oak Hill 1st down into Vikings territory.
1st down and 10 for Oak Hill now. And again, here's the inside handoff.
Number 14. Z. Lewis, the ball carrier.
Z. Lewis, I believe I'm hearing is the name.
Tackle in by number 44.
They're moving the ball.
And he picks up about 2.
Sorry, I don't have a name for that number.
2nd and 7 now. 2nd and 8, we'll call it. Levi Kiske in for Oak Hill at quarterback. And that time the run again by Lewis up to the Ripley 38, and that should be another first down, and it is.
Picks up the first down at the Ripley 38.
.9:51 left in the ball game. There's Oak Hill with it again, Kitska. And he's going to throw it, and he rears back, and he heaves a deep pass. Got a man open. What a catch down there. And I'll have to get a name on that.
Number 10, Levi Kiska, quarterback. Pass complete to number 5,
Armani Hicks.
Armani Hicks, we get confirmation of that catch right there. What a catch by Armani Hicks. I have a roster here that don't have all the names on it apparently. Armani Hicks with a beautiful catch right there. And that was a nice pass too, about 35 yards down to the 1 yard line. Beautiful catch that time by Hicks.
Timeout on the field.
So Oak Hill's going to take a timeout. I'm not sure what's going on here with the timeout, but ball rests on the 1 yard line. 1st and goal for Oak Hill. At the 1. Couple scores from around the state. What we have now at halftime, Parkersburg South leads John Marshall 41-10. Been in the 4th quarter. AAA game of the week. 28-27. Musselman leads Morgantown in the 4th quarter. Spring Valley 18-0 over Riverside at halftime. Princeton 27-21 over Lord Botetourt, Virginia. That's in the 3rd quarter. Hedgesville, Martinsburg 56-6 in the 3rd quarter. Hurricane 50-0 over St. Albans in the 3rd quarter. Robert C. Byrd, Bridgeport. Bridgeport leads at 35-0 in the 4th. Steubenville, Ohio 42, Willem Park 21, Huntington 28, Capital 7. Woodrow Wilson big over Lincoln County 48-0. Cabell Midland 31-10 over Parkersburg. GW 34-0 over South Charleston. Jefferson 28-6 over North Hagerstown, Maryland. Parkview, Virginia, and Washington. That game says it's in the 1st quarter. We'll have to find out about that. And also East Fairmont Preston 14-all in the 1st quarter. And here comes the 1st and goal play from Oak Hill. And everybody had to play except the center, the quarterback, and the running backs. The linemen all took off. Nobody else did. So that's a 5-yard penalty. Stepped off against Oak Hill. So now it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 6.
Takes the ball back to the 6.
And this time they give the outside handoff. And again, have to get him in. D. Lewis, number 14, scores the touchdown for the Red Devils. So that's a 6-yard run. And I guess we will have another point after attempt.
Number 35, Jackson.
Jackson Pino in to kick the point after. Snap is back, down, good. And that kick looks nice and plenty of distance, and it's good. So Pino with the extra point kick extends this lead to 47-8 over the Vikings, and we will have that running clock now. Trying to catch up on my stats here, man alive. Kind of hard to keep up with. All right, so the Red Devils run that lead out to 47-8 now. Extra point was good. Lewis with the score. All right, so we got all that caught up. All right. Oak Hill getting set to kick it away to the Vikings now. And this one here is just a matter of time now before we get it in the books. And we should have a running clock now, so it shouldn't be as long as it has been, that's for sure.
Number 35, Jackson Pino to kick off for Oak Hill.
We'll look at some more scores here in just a moment. Pino's set to kick off for the Red Devils. And Pino's kick is going to be hauled in by Virgil Myers at the 10, over the 20, the 30. Breaks it up to the middle, and there he goes, and he is not going to be touched as he gets it all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. 90 yards for Virgil Myers on the touchdown return.
For the touchdown.
Well, there goes our running clock. No flags. Everything looks good. Touchdown for the Vikings makes the score 47-14. Virgil Myers with a beautiful 90-yard kickoff return. And it looks like Ripley may attempt to kick the extra point. Looks like Mason Gandy set to kick the extra point. We got illegal substitution on Oak Hill. Get it lined off here. They got too many players, I think, on the field. So we'll move it up a yard and a half. And Gandy will now kick it from the 9. Actually, the 8.5. Snaps a little low, but they get it down, and the kick is low as well and goes under the uprights. No good. So with 9:07 left in the ball game,
Mason Gandy attempt real good.
Ripley Vikings with another special team score get on the board again. They trail at 47-14 to the Red Devils, and they'll get set to kick off here in just a second. While we're getting the kickoff teams off and on in the AA ranks, North Marion halftime over Lincoln 27-0. Frankfort 28-25 over Northern Garrett, Maryland. That's in the fourth quarter. Roane County, number 2 team in AA, lead Buffalo 51-8 in the third. Independence 62-0 over Westside. That is a final, says game cut short. I don't know if that means that they ran the clock or stopped the game, not sure. Scott, number 5 team, 27 over number 9 Chapmanville. Winfield 21-0 over Logan. Logan 4-0. And they're getting shut out by Winfield in the fourth quarter. Fairmont Senior, they lead University 14-13 in the third. Weir and Union Local, Ohio, 14-0. Union Local leads that one. Kaiser 34-3 over Hampshire. Point Pleasant 37-0 over Warren Local. How many teams has Warren Local got? That's Union Local, Warren Local. Okay. Wayne 36-17 over Nitro. Nitro, number 16 team. Wayne comes in at 1-3, but they lead it, or they win it 36-17. Gandy set to kick off for Ripley. Boots it down to about the 24-yard line. And it's picked up there by, not sure who it was picked up by.
Yeah, it's on. They will keep it running.
Number 5, Armani Hicks.
Armani Hicks with the return. And got another flag down.
66, Jacob Torres.
Beaver Local 48-0 over Oak Glen. Philip Barber 48-0 over Elkins. It's a final. Herbert Hoover 28-14 over Sissonville in the third. Grafton, they're defeating Liberty Harris 13-7 in the fourth. Poca 29-0 over Mingo Central. Halftime. Bluefield over Richlands, Virginia 14-3. And Shady Springs leads Pikeview in the fourth quarter 26-6. Here's Oak Hill with the football. And again, a lot of new clean jerseys in there for both squads now as they work on just running down the clock. Z. Lewis with the ball, and he plows it ahead. Picks up about 6 on the play.
36, second down and 4.
All right, Red Devils with it. Levi Kiska under center.
Number 5, Armani Hicks.
Sends it off to Hicks on the sweep around the right side, and he is mowed down at the 40. So he picks up about 5. It's going to be close to a first down. We have to see here where they spot it.
Brought down out there by number 12, Mason Villiall.
Caught. Now they wave it forward. Ball out to the 40-yard line, so that'll be a first down for Oak Hill. They have to hold up till they get the chain set.
Stand there and get your legs first. Huh? Stand there and get your legs first.
First and 10 for the Red Devils.
First down.
Ball in their own 40. And now they give the handoff to Z. Lewis, this time around the left side. He's going to pick up 2 or 3, maybe.
Brought down from behind, number 54.
Get the spot. He's out to the 42.
Lowry. Short gain on the play.
So we'll give him 2 on that. Brings up second down and 8
Second and 8.
for Oak Hill. This time a little inside reverse handoff. Lewis over the right side, down over the 40 to the 35 before he's finally brought down.
Down in Viking territory.
So 25-yard pickup by Lewis before he gets tackled by Vaughn.
The ball at the Ripley 35.
Ball on the 35 of Ripley now with 6 minutes left in the game. Kitska under center.
Number 14.
And gives it to Lewis again around the left side. And this time he is stopped in his tracks out there. Nice tackle
Number 21, Cameron
by
Good.
Cameron Good on that sweep that time as Lewis lowered his shoulder, but Good stood his ground. Drops him for no gain.
No gain, second and 10.
He's second down now and 10 for Oak Hill. Kitska this time
Number 17,
gives it to Green around the right side. He slips and goes down, and that's going to be about a yard loss. Just lost his footing there. Cost him a yard. Clock down under 5 minutes now. Third down now and 11 for the Red Devils.
Small loss of 1, third down 11.
Kitska takes the snap, gives the inside handoff to Lewis. He's got room over that right side. There he goes again, all the way down to the 20. Another 15-yard gain for Lewis. A big hole on that right-hand side.
30, C.J. Harper.
Ball now resting on the 21.
Red Devils, the Vikings 21.
Handoff this time over the left-hand side, and I believe it was Green again. And he picks up 5.
Number 17, James Green, the ball carrier. Number 28, Michael Vaughn, and number 44, for the Vikings. 2nd and 5.
Time Green in motion around the right side. They hand it to him on the jet sweep. He's got room, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. So Green
15-yard touchdown.
takes it 15 for the touchdown. .317 to go in the ball game. And the clock now continuing to roll.
Number 35, Jackson Pino, to attempt the point effort.
Pino will attempt the point after attempt. Snaps up, good. And the kick is good. So Pino pretty solid on these extra points. So Green with the TD run, 15 yards. Puts Oak Hill up 54-14. So now it's just a matter of running out the clock, and the clock is continuing to run down to 2:10 left in the ball game. Officials waving the clock to stop. I don't think it's supposed to be running at this point in time. It's run during play. During these type of situations, it's supposed to stop. But they're continuing to roll it. And that's okay with, I think, everybody here.
From tonight will be homecoming for the Red Devils against Greenbrier East. That's 2 weeks from tonight.
Spino gets set to kick it off from the 40.
Number 35, Jackson Pino, to kick off for Oak Hill.
And here's the kick. Hold in there at the 15, and here he goes up the middle again, and that is, I thought it was Virgil Myers, but it's not this time. And we finally haul him down this time, don't allow the score. I believe that was Cody Lawrence, I think is the name I got. So Cody Lawrence takes it from Ripley's 15 down to the Oak Hill, it's like 24-yard line. Nope, 20-yard line. So he went from the 15 down to the 20. .65-yard return, but Ripley's special teams have been pretty special tonight, but that's probably going to do it. As we'll get one more play as the clock keeps running, and new quarterback in for Ripley. It looks like Tyson Pritt.
Number 11, Tyson Pritt.
Quarterback, and he's able to run around the end. Gets it down to 5, but the clock is going to run out before they get a chance to run another play. And that's going to do it for your ball game tonight as the clock strikes 0. Your final score, Oak Hill 54, Ripley 14. And big night for this Oak Hill Red Devil offensive squad. Ripley never could seem to get anything going, and then didn't have any answers to stop Oak Hill either. So anyway, obviously with the score as it is, but a pretty good ball game. And Ripley fought hard and played hard right down to the end. So we'll get us a quick break in. We'll tally up some stats. We'll come back and recap this thing real quick before we get off the air. You've been watching Oak Hill High School football here on the New River Network. We hope you'll stay with us for the wrap-up. Welcome back to the New River Network's coverage of Oak Hill High School football. Big win for the Red Devils tonight, 54-14 over the Ripley Vikings. The Vikings fall to 1-4 on the season. Oak Hill moves to 3-2. The story of tonight's game really Oak Hill's ability to run the football as they amass 354 yards on the ground, and just a tremendous night. For the Red Devil rushing attack. They were able to establish several long drives, ate up a lot of clock, and they ended those drives with scores, which is huge when you keep the other team's offense off the field. Like I said, Ripley, with not counting that last possession, one play, they had 7 possessions on the night. That's not many in a game, and again, that's Oak Hill's ability to keep the ball on the ground and eat up clock and then get points at the end. And Oak Hill did a great job of that. Played pretty well in all phases except for special teams. Ripley blocked a punt, returned it 42 yards for a touchdown. They also had Virgil Myers breaking loose on a 90-yard return for a touchdown. So that's the way they got their 2 scores on special teams. Oak Hill pretty much dominated the rest of the way. They didn't really even figure up their passing yards. About 75, 80 yards passing with a couple of TDs by Alex Colasino. So big night. And Ethan Vargo Thomas, he hauled in 70 yards of those for 2 touchdowns for the Red Devils through the air. All right, I think here in just a moment we're going to head down to the field where Lucas Berry is going to be talking to head coach Dave Moneypenny about tonight's performance. I'm sure Coach Moneypenny is pretty happy with his team tonight as they come in and took care of business like you're supposed to do. And when you're a better team, and Ripley has struggled a little bit.
All right, everyone, I'm Lucas Berry.
I'm here
to
do this, and that's
with
what they did.
Dave
Let's get on Lucas Berry now on the field
tonight, Coach.
with Coach
really
Dave
big one.
Moneypenny.
What'd you like about your football team?
I liked how we played. They played hard. Regardless of what happened, they played hard, and that's what what we tell these guys. Regardless of the score, we're up, down, behind, ahead, play hard, and accept the consequences.
That's 2 wins in a row now. What do you like about this team so far this season overall?
Well, they're gritty. They're gritty. They have the size that a lot of other AAA teams may have, but they're gritty, and when you're gritty like that, you're gonna have a chance. And these kids don't seem to give up regardless of what's happening. So we're really proud of their effort.
Absolutely. Hey, Coach, thanks so much for being with us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. Yep.
That's Dave Moneypenny, the victorious head coach of the Oak Hill Red Devils. I'm Lucas Berry here on the field. Thank you so much for being with us.
All right. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's going to do it for our broadcast for tonight. Again, you've been watching Oak Hill High School football here on the New River Network. Hope you enjoyed watching the game as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. The Oak Hill Red Devils, the big win tonight, 54-14 over the Ripley Vikings. The Red Devils moved to 3-2 on the season, and we look forward to future broadcasts with you. We don't really know for sure what we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks, but we'll be sure and let you know. We're also going to try to get the courtside show on tomorrow if possible with Mickey Plumley. We want to announce that as well. So we hope you'll join us for that. So we look forward to bringing you future Oak Hill High School football games as well as courtside with Coach Chris show here in the near future. We'll keep you posted on what we're doing with all those things. That's going to do it for the New River Network's broadcast tonight from John P. Duda Stadium. We appreciate you joining us. Again, Oak Hill with a big win, 54-14 over the Ripley Vikings. Good night. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.